Hey, what is up, everybody? This is steviebreech coming to you here today with a look back down memory lane. 2011 trip to WrestleMania 27 in Atlanta. This is a trip that I went on with Billy Paz, Luke Cage, Assault and Battery, Freaking Yaya 88. And we had a lot of fun, and we tore it up. I had went to WrestleMania 26. But this was my first real WrestleMania trip. This was the first one that I went to for more than a day. WrestleMania 26. I only just basically drove to Phoenix, watched the show, and drove home. For this one, we put together a whole trip of, staying in Atlanta, renting a car. I can tell you right here, mistakes were made on the trip. Some of them were my fault. Some of them was the group of, four guys coming together that were friends, basically new friends, and not really knowing what we were doing. Definitely by the time we went to WrestleMania 28 in Miami, it was a lot better, a lot cleaner trip, and, we basically knew what we were doing. I don't even know how we found out about the signing of Animal at the Barnes and Nobles here, where he was signing his book, talking about his run with the Road Warriors, or as I know them, because I was more of a WWF guy back in the day, the Legion of Doom. But the four of us went to the bookstore to meet Animal. I was basically thinking about this signing of all signings because I listened to the Something to Wrestle with Bruce Pritchard today, talking about the Road Warriors and the run in WWF, and Bruce was talking all about the old times and how he was friends with Animal, and it really hit him, that Animal passed on. Animal kind of is one of the few guys in the wrestling business that I had a chance to meet at a meet and greet like this, and that has passed away. And the older I get, the more this is gonna happen. And of all the things that happen, like I said, mistakes were made. This was Miguel's third trip to WrestleMania, and the Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors, is Miguel's favorite wrestling tag team of all time. And I think, if I remember right, he was one of the reasons why we really wanted to go and meet Animal this day to get his book signed. But I remember that Miguel, didn't have the money to buy the book. I remember offering to buy the book for him, and he was kind of telling me that he didn't want me to do that for him. And I just felt bad that, he came and didn't get to meet Animal that day. Luke didn't meet him either. He went over and read a wrestling book on the wrestling aisle. I wish I could remember which one it was. Maybe it was the Shawn Michaels book, but by that point, that book had been out for a while. I was trying to think what the newest book from WWE would have been at that time, but Miguel ended up not being able to meet Animal, I believe, until WrestleMania 32 at the WrestleCon in Dallas. So, I mean, if anything from this video, just remember, these guys that are your heroes or you grew up watching, you get a chance to meet them. Meet them, because I don't want to be like, wishing death upon these guys, but you don't really know when the last chance you're going to be able to meet these guys is. And sometimes some of us live in places where, we really don't get to, see a lot of wrestlers. So you got to go to, like, WrestleMania, or, the Conrad show I haven't been able to go to. I can't remember what he calls his, but, this was a really fun thing to go to. I remember a kid pulling out a lot of pictures that he had taken over the years of Animal at house shows or at events and things like that. When I got up there, I kept looking at that standee, which is the actual cover of the book, and no one had done it yet, but I just basically was asking him, like, hey, do you mind if I put my hands on your shoulders and kind of do the hawk? And it's one of my favorite wrestling pictures that I have. Really, honestly, what a cool day. We had just come from the airport dropping off Billy Paz, who flew back to Boston and ended his trip And after this, we ended up going to the Benoit house, which is a story of its own. But Animal, such a good guy. It's honestly a really good book, and it's been out for probably 12 to 15 years now. Go out of your way, find this wrestling book. It's one of the really good ones that's out there, and you're never going to be able to have a chance to meet him again. But if anything, I mean, meet your heroes when you can. Peace out, guys.